Bro, literally? What the fuck is this?
Oh, you're far away. You gotta be freaking kidding me.
Oh, kill them all! Kill them all! Kill them all! I changed my mind.
You have
They're
Daddy.
bad.
You have Daddy.
Yes. Pull out your MP7.
They just got load up. They just got load up.
Left. To your left. Don't focus on him.
Nigga, what?
Oh, what the fuck this nigga's doing? Oh my god. Use your MP7. To your left. Run away. Just run away. Like, confuse them. You're a ninja. Yo, this nigga Kevin. Bro, this nigga Kevin, bro.
Love is gone. Love is gone.
Yeah, shit. The world is in flames. We worry about materials and the simplest things. When cops are killing people, then they can't take the blame. They get acquitted, then you wonder why all the people rage. You stupid.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. This is Kevin Football aka zachandbro. We're back here with episode 51 of season 2 of the Wonder Wednesday podcast. I know it has been a brick since we released a new episode, and you know, it's part, of course, 100% my fault, not even partially. And that's because, you know, took a little hiatus to focus on other things within life. Obviously, we still have a lot going on with the raging pandemic. We got an election coming up, a lot of worldwide global issues, you know, economically, humanitarian, you know, overall, just a lot of things going on. But today have another special guest, a staple guest on the podcast. We got Emmanuel back in the building. What you got to say to everybody right now?
Hello guys, how you guys doing? I'm back again. How have you guys been? Hope you guys are keeping safe and staying safe.
Yes, sir. So, you know, and being that, you know, we're still in this predicament, this is, you know, the perfect time to just remind you all again. And I won't even lie. The last 3 weeks since we've done the podcast, I have been a little bit rebellious, and I've gone out multiple times. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, not a good look. Being somebody that advocated for us to wear masks and be home and, you know, isolate myself, but at the same time, I, you know, had events and things come up, and obviously you don't want to miss those for the people you care about. So, yeah, so that's really it. So I hope you guys are, you know, taking care of yourselves and each other. You know, and at this point, you know, I know people have priorities, going back to work. You know, you're already at risk to the virus and such. So, you know, just exercise your safety and just watch yourself, watch others, because again, this is a really contagious virus. And with the way people are kind of traveling and moving around again, it's looking like we're getting back into that close to isolation / lockdown stage again. So
people are bored at home. What do you expect?
I know. Hey, I've been a victim of that. I was. There'll be like 4 days sometimes in a row that I wouldn't go anywhere at all. So it's, you know, it's definitely difficult to just stay put and follow the orders of the CDC, which, by the way, they changed their regulations / like documentation rules every day, it seems, because there's always some change of how the virus spreads, whether it's airborne or not, how effective masks are. Like, yeah, they're always making some type of change in their documentation, but that's besides the point. So just to start the podcast, I want to remind you, Emmanuel and I would like to remind you to do what?
Yep.
To do what, Emmanuel? God, you're supposed to. The election.
Oh, the election.
Yes, you were supposed to follow up. Come on.
Okay.
You're horrible.
I know. I didn't get the other.
You didn't catch it.
I didn't catch it.
You didn't catch my alley-oop. It's okay.
Yeah, I didn't catch it. I forgot to dunk it. I'm too short. I can't dunk.
Come on, bro. Don't be a Tim Duncan.
Yeah. But yeah, the election. I mean, the election is like, when is the date again for the last election to end? For you guys to, like, vote and stuff?
November 3rd at I think 8 p.m. is when the polls close.
Interesting, because actually today I went to go vote with my mom. Today we went to go vote, and it was pretty interesting. My first time ever voting.
Was it long? The line, like, how was the environment?
The environment wasn't that bad. It wasn't a long line. I feel like right now it's not long, and because like people are still taking the time to like wait to the end of the election to vote. I feel like that's gonna be a long line during that time. So I'm happy that I actually went there early, and I feel like me and my sister are mostly like the young people to go vote. Most people I saw, they were like old people and like parents. I didn't see any younger generation going to go vote, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's concerning.
It's concerning. I feel like people in our young generation, they're not like yet educated more on like what both parties have to offer. So when they go to the poll and want to vote, it's like they don't know who the hell they're voting for. So maybe they're just, okay, why should I vote? You know, I don't know what parties have to offer. Biden, they don't know the idea. Trump, they don't know his idea. So it's like, yeah, why vote? Just, you know, stay there. But like, nice to see the power of voting. Like, if you know an idea of a policy of a leader, and you have that power to vote, you know, just go there and vote. Like, don't stay in your house and just let your vote just be wasted, because people fought for you to be able to vote, you know. So yeah, use your power and vote.
Absolutely. I want to piggyback off of that. You know, dozens of people, not even dozens, millions upon millions of people have made the ultimate sacrifice of their lives to get this right to vote. And, you know, especially for people of color, especially for minorities in America, especially for women. You know, this is a pivotal point in history. And I just think it's our jobs to, you know, really sanctify and take responsibility and initiative for, you know, the severity of this election. It's, you know, really insane. And I mean, I think things are going in a good direction. I think there's over, I think 40 million Americans that have already voted through early voting, or mail-in voting as well. So again, that's a great thing to hear. I think in terms of young people, there's over 3 million young adults that have voted. So that's a great thing to hear. You know, again, I think the numbers are just going to keep skyrocketing as we get closer to the election day, as we're a week away. So again, you know, everything, just leave it in the ballot box. That's all I really have to say. It's very simple. People advocate about it. AOC went on Among Us and played Among Us with Pokimane and all these other big YouTubers toasts to advocate for people to vote. Like, it's, you know, it's a lot of things. So and everybody's using their own strategies to get people to harness that. Yeah, to harness their American right. You know, if we complain about anything in America, we complain about, you know, all the simplest or all the most complex based things. But the one thing that you can do for yourself and for those around you is just to vote. So again, guys, you know, it's your decision, your choice, but at the same time, make the choice that's right for those around you and the life and legacy of our nation. I have a lot of friends that just say, oh, America's trash, I'm leaving America. Like, you're not going nowhere. You know, America's the land of the free. America has tons of opportunity, has some of the best and greatest, most robust, profitable companies in the world. So the fact that people say things like that is always a delusional statement, because at the same, again, who wants to leave a place like this when people are risking their lives to come into the country? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's insane how we sometimes get fixated off of, you know, how the system in America works and everything. And you got to remember, like, a lot of things are not in favor for everybody. Obviously, the extremely wealthy or things that pertain to them not paying as much, because they're not going to talk out ear off about this. But please, just go out, vote, go in the ballot box. Mail-in voting is over now, so just, and cast it.
Yes, sir. Cast your vote.
And with that, we are going to please don't like. I'm talking to you. All right, I'm talking to you. Yes.
You the guy that's looking at this.
Next, yes, you not even looking. You probably in your car, your shower, in your room. You know, Amy is going into this role right as RBG has passed away, and people feel like it's very dishonorable to make such a power move for this position, due to the fact that she doesn't believe in a lot of ideal American norms. That she's kind of this right-facing anarchist that wants to destroy many of the things and labors that people have, and especially being, again, Supreme Court justice is a huge role, so she makes a lot of important calls, as opposed to many criminal laws and criminal crimes, and again, the biggest thing that America especially is still fumbling with in Congress right now is the abortion rights. So it's crazy to see how this is like becoming a game of chess with something that should honestly have only one answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, humanity, nobody is in charge of figuring out the humanity of an unborn child. It's nobody's right except the person who bears it. And so and that's what I believe, obviously, but since this is something pending in Congress as a law, obviously not everybody sees eye to eye. But same time, I feel like with a lot of things going on now in the world, I think priorities need to be shifted to more economic based things. Our unemployment rate is through the roof. I just think COVID needs to be at our center of vision right now. I know people complain about so many other things. That education system is flawed in many, underrepresented / low income areas. There's a lot of issues with people acquiring jobs, maintaining jobs, finding suitable health care, climate change. Like, there's just so many other big, astounding factors that we need to focus on. And I just feel like this is just one of those things that needs to be thrown out the window. And so, time will tell with what she does while she's in her position as Supreme Court Justice. Yeah. But, what's your 2 cents on this?
Well, to be honest, when I remember, I think, wasn't it her that they were like debating that they were like talking to her and like asking her a bunch of questions.
Yep.
About what would happen if she was in power and being like in the Supreme Court and stuff.
Yeah, the senators were all in there, pretty much giving their vote, because everybody has to vote. So whether or not they're for or against her.
And what I think about what I feel, what I was listening to her, I feel like I don't really know much about her, so I haven't done most of my research. But what I know so far, well, we'll just have to see what she's gonna do. I feel like we just had to give her time and see what policies and stuff she's gonna do and run as a Supreme Justice. Do we have to vote for her, or they already voted for her? So
no. Those are the senators. The senators do that pick. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And she's running with the Republican, right?
Yeah, she's Republican right.
Party. Okay.
Yeah, Republican Party.
So right now, I don't feel like she hasn't done anything right now because she hasn't been on power yet. So let's see what kind of policies and what kind of stuff she's gonna do when she's in power. Then there we can judge and bring our own point of views about her stuff.
Right.
Right now, let's just see. Let's just see what she's gonna do.
Yeah, and the thing is about the vote is that it was 52 to 48 as well, so it was pretty close.
Yeah.
On her almost not being elected and confirmed into the position.
She must have very distinguished history or something.
Yeah. Another thing that was also controversial is that they had a pretty much a confirmation event for her, for Barrett, that Trump held, and so everybody's kind of complaining that, oh, here's another super spreader event where people might end up getting the virus and all this stuff, and it's a lot. It's just so many things, so many moving parts, and it's crazy how this nomination happened a week right before we're getting into this election. So it's everybody at this point, like, all our attention is on this right now. but immediately in the next couple of days, everybody's going to shift their attention to the election. That her nomination isn't even going to matter anymore. So that's the scary reality. It's a sad reality.
Yeah,
But hey, what can we do?
This election, I don't know. Anytime I think about this election, both Biden and Trump, they're the worst candidates ever. I don't even like Biden. And some of these policies, I don't really like it. Like I was hearing one time when I was listening to the news, right, and it was talking about him shutting down the economy, shutting down. Cause I feel like Biden, once he's in power, he's gonna shut down the whole school system and shut down the economy and be giving everybody like a stipend of $2,000. Okay, yeah, and all that stuff. So, and Trump, he wants to open the economy. He wants to make people go back to schools. He wants people to feel like, oh, the virus is not there, guys. Don't be scared. I got the virus. I survived. Blah 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 blah. So, I don't know. So if Biden shuts the economy, okay, so how are people gonna be making money? How are people gonna be paying for their rent? How are people gonna be, there's so many things. Like, come on, Biden is making people get scared of the virus. And there's one time he said we're going to a dark winter. That thing scared the shit out of me. Then Trump is like, oh, guys, like, it's all lovey-dovey. Don't be scared. This is just a virus. I survived. So I don't know. Both parties, both candidates. I don't know. If there was like a place that can I just be neutral, I'll be so neutral. But I don't know. They're both sketchy to me.
Again, this election is really going to be in the hands of everybody that is over 18 years old in America, guys. Like, I think out of everything within the president's, term that we've witnessed is just the last home stretch of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the virus is just the brink of this destruction and massacre, and negligence, pure negligence and ignorance towards people's lives. Him continuously downplaying climate change, him continuously talking about fake news, and how the media is always portraying him in bad light. It's not always
That's
that.
CNN.
And I mean, hey, it is. I mean, CNN, yeah, they're really, opinionated in their visions, obviously. Just like a lot of news stations. But at the same time, I look at the work that's been done and how, even people are still talking about, oh, is there going to be a second stimulus check? What are they going to do about people getting evicted and that are jobless at the current moment and all these other things? And it just breaks my heart because it's tragic, and the unrest just keeps getting worse. And I feel like we're all living in this bubble, this facade that like everything's gonna be okay, and they're not. Things aren't great right now. So I guess it really doesn't hit people till it's somebody close to you, as I said in previous podcasts numerous times. But I'm just hoping that as things go forward, that we all kind of come together as one, as a union, embrace the situation, the hardship that we're currently in, making proactive decisions that is going to better and suit those around us. So again, let's just be weary and just think with our brains.
Yeah.
So
All we can do right now.
that's all we can do. And yeah, that's pretty much that. So we're gonna move on to our next topic here, and it's a tragic one, and it's kind of hard to talk about because it's been going on for a while now, and it's getting a lot of media attention and coverage, a lot of social media attention, and it even forced Emmanuel to take a little break from social media because of that.
Yeah, I had to take a break. I couldn't do it anymore. I just had to take a break because it touched really back to home, so I couldn't just do it anymore. I just had to just turn off my social media.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's the SARS epidemic or situation that's happening, aka the special armed robbery squad that was deployed into Nigeria years ago by their government, and who are now slaughtering their own people, their own civilians, people. And it's for a dozen of reasons, but I think Emmanuel, being that that's his home country, his own nation, can speak more about that.
Yeah, so basically the inside is like most of the so the politicians, they created this group of people to help to become like security policemen for the country, like helping them take out criminals and helping them like just be like the justice head in the country. And so far right now, they've just been, over the years, what I've read to my best of my knowledge, over the years they've been abusing their power, and they've been using it to harass people, the citizens in the country that are doing good for themselves. Like, let's say for example, a guy would just be walking by himself, but minding his own business with his iPhone, or he's wearing like a fine outfit in Nigeria, and they're just harassing, like, think he's a criminal because he probably stole something. Or they'll be harassing someone, oh, can I get money or something. So I don't understand, because I know that Nigeria is full of a lot of corruption in a way, because the politicians are corrupt. There's no good education, there's no good light. And I feel like the only reason why it pained me a lot of what I was seeing on TV, it was based on, why is the police or the armed forces killing people who are peacefully rioting against the stupid politicians? They should be the one to join them to fight the politicians, because first of all, I know they're not making enough money. I know they're not giving them enough pay for what they do in being the security men for Nigeria. So it doesn't make sense why they would be killing people. I don't know if they got bribed by most of those corrupt politicians. But now I feel like this SARS, before before the headfall was mostly with the police. Now it has changed to another different ball game. It has changed towards the corrupt politicians who really don't care about the Nigerian citizens. They don't care about Nigerian youths. Like, literally, you will literally go to school, do your bachelor's, do your master's, you will do your PhD, and you'll come out of school with no job.
Yeah.
No job. You're gonna be idle in the house, no lights. You see how we're having like in America? Hey, look, we should all be thanking God for what God has given us in America, and like where you are right now.
Amen.
If you're in a place where you have lights, thanking God, because you will wake up in the morning, no lights,
utilities, resources.
All your TV will just be blank, like you literally nothing. That means you're gonna be idle, and when you're idle, you tend to think of things, because the devil's mind is an idle mind is the devil's workshop. So you tend to think of like, oh, okay, let me go steal, let me go be an androby, let me just, all those things start to think in your mind, because you don't have anything to keep you busy. There's no job. That's why there's a lot of crime rates in Nigeria. There is no good education. There's no good roads for people to drive their cars and all that stuff. So the politicians are the one that is deeply corrupt, and I just pray that God can see Nigerian children like try and overthrow most of those old men that stay in power and still causing calamity in that country. And also, what also pained me the most, wickedness that also pained me the most, was, how can you tell me they made a policy for them to bring food for COVID-19, a whole bunch of food for COVID-19 to give to the citizens? Okay, yeah, this is COVID-19. People are hungry. Let's give to the citizens.
Right.
How can you tell me you're going to lock those food in different warehouses, keep it to yourself, and don't tell anybody? Is that not wickedness?
Yeah. It's insane.
Pure wickedness. And I don't understand why somebody can be so wicked like that. How somebody can be so cold and wicked. I did hear that people. I heard an article saying that they weren't to use the food for an election game. So let's say they were doing an election, they'd be using that food to be bribing people to vote for them, which is
Yeah,
still corrupting.
that's still corrupt. Yep.
Yeah, so corruption is corruption. It doesn't matter whatever they're trying to use
What
it for.
scale?
It's still corrupt. But the
Yep.
food was made for them to share to the citizens, but they didn't do that. They hid the food for themselves and let all the citizens to starve. That's purely wickedness. Like, how can you live in yourself? How can you be in your house with your family? I know you're a politician. You probably make enough money to send your kids to abroad to get good education and leave people here who are in Nigeria to have bad education and not do anything. How can you stay in your house? You
Yep.
see, you're a Christian. Whatever God they serve, you're a Christian to whatever God you're serving. And you say you're going to let people, your country, starving and be dying, and you're keeping food in your backyard, taking every time you want to eat. That's wickedness. So, I don't know. All those things, that's why I never liked politics in Nigeria. I never liked it. It was just too much. It's just too much.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, being somebody that has grown up and kind of been surrounded in that area for a little bit. I guess what was like the key indicators that you noticed that, like, you know, the society isn't as well foundationed and what in a good formation that it could be.
Well, I grew up in Nigeria and I stayed there for like 13 years. I was like I was still young when I was growing up in Nigeria. I left Nigeria when I was in GS3, so that's like middle school in the United States.
Yep.
I came to America, did my high school and college, and I'm done college. So,
Gang.
so I don't know. Living in Nigeria, I don't know. It's tough in the sense that that's what kind of grew. I mean, I kind of knew what was like when I came to this country. I kind of like appreciate like things that I have now. Because things that I didn't have in Nigeria before when I was growing up, it was tough. I didn't have lights all the time. Like, I had to study for most of my tests with, like, lantern and candle, like, in the night time. Like, bro, it was so hot in the nighttime.
I bet. I remember being in Ghana and something called Doomsaw happened. So kind of like similar thing. The lights would be off because we didn't pay the credits or whatever. And so
you guys know the credits.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, so yeah, we paid the credits essentially. Credits, if for those that don't know, credits are pretty much like a set time frame that you pay for your lights and electricity to be on. Once that runs out, you're not able to, sustain and have light anymore. So thus you either need to go pay, and usually the time that it happens is usually in the nighttime. So, and that's when you need it the most.
At least you guys on this route better. Even though we go and pay NEPA that they should give us, they will still not give us lights. Like, they will not give you. It's like they will give you lights for a week, then they will not give you light for a month.
Like why? Yeah, they dictate it. They dictate when
to give you light. So I don't understand. At least you guys own is better. It's by your own fault you don't get lights. But no. In front of you have constant lights. You have to go on generator.
Yeah,
buying fuel all the time.
Oh, yeah, that's one big thing in Ghana. Yeah, they have backup generators in case that happens.
Yeah,
that way they keep their lights on at night. But obviously, not everybody's that fortunate, so it's a case by case basis.
Yeah, it's a lot of corruption, especially Africa in the whole. I'm only speaking for Nigeria. I know there's other countries in Africa that are also going through bad leaders. There are bad leaders everywhere. Even in America, they say are bad leaders, but they are fighting their own battles.
Yep.
Every country is fighting their own battles. But for my country, Nigeria, I wanted to dethrone all those old men and put the youths to create their own party, because they're the ones who have suffered and they know how.
And they're the ones protesting. Yeah, they're the ones leading the protests. They're in the front of the protests.
Yeah, so everybody wants to know how to solve the country. High key.
And that's the thing. I feel like every democracy, every type of government base runs off of people who are older and are wiser and have seen the country, you know, evolve into what it is now, and that's why they have better you know, clairvoyance on where it'll go in the future, you know. And that's the thing, I feel like a lot of the leaders that are in countries like Cameroon, Nigeria, Democratic Republic of Congo, you know, Ghana even itself, they all have leaders that stay in power for so long, you know, and there's no proper elections that kind of dictate when people leave and when they stay. And so I just think, yeah, leadership needs to change. The youth should educate themselves more on the political issues that are occurring in their country, and push themselves to eventually be in these high positions, because obviously we need people that are a better representation of everybody that's there. So, you know, I'm hoping as a solution to all the unrest and deaths, you know, that's been going on there, rest in peace to every person, is that they dismantle this squad, you know, they dismantle it and they rebuild it into something else that is more revolutionary, that pays its workers better, that you know, exercises certain things about the job. So if you break any laws or any type of rules binded to you upon, you know, being initiated into it, that you you know, you face consequences or punishment. So, and that's I think that's what it should be at the end of the day. Because I feel like they're kind of just willy-nilly giving anybody who wants to join the squad a gun because they want to sign up. Yeah. And, you know, then once they end up, because they're like, oh, I have a job now. And then now they're miserable because they realize the job isn't paying them enough to provide for their families. And thus they must get frustrated. And you know, they tragically and violently exude that anger onto other people. So, you know, again, we can talk about this for a long time. And again, this isn't the only thing happening in the continent of Africa. You know, again, there's a silent Holocaust going on in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana, Cameroon. I saw a really horrific video from Cameroon of pretty much a man going to a classroom and pretty much wiping out everybody there, all the children there. Yeah, it's very tragic to watch. And all you hear in the background is just mothers crying and parents and teachers, and you know, it was really horrific to watch. But again, it goes to show the reality of what's going on, the gravity of the situation we're dealing with here within our countries. You know, again, like, and I just wanted to educate a lot of people that didn't know, because I think people were just seeing SARS everywhere, and they're just like, are y'all talking about COVID? You mean COVID-2 SARS? And like, that's initially what I thought it was too. I was just like, okay, you know, I should be concerned about SARS. Okay, cool. Yeah, SARS is pretty much a mutation of what COVID is. But no, this is an actual issue that, and you know, it has an actual acronym standing for something. Yeah. And so, you know, at the end of the day, let's be vigilant. Let's remain cautious and just watch over all our fellow brothers and sisters, no matter where they're coming from. You know, I think a lot of the things that I've been seeing as well from people that have been protesting, even here, like near the DC area, the embassy of Nigeria, U.S. Embassy of Nigeria, is you know, all Black Lives Matter. So it's not just those in America; it's those, you know, anywhere else in the world that matter. Yeah. So yeah, let's just keep that in mind. You know, praying for Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana, Democratic Republic of Congo, South Africa, Liberia, Namibia, Ivory Coast, all those nations. So hopefully all the atrocities soon come to an end, and you know, those that are fighting continue to, you know, fight the strong fight. Yeah. So we appreciate it. And that, you know, sadly segues us and parlays into the tragic killing in Philadelphia last night of Walter Wallace Jr., who was just 27 years old, shot and killed by the police in front of his own mother. So just to give you a background of the situation, pretty much he was in the area, and he had a knife on him as the police were arresting him or trying to get a hold of him essentially, and they obviously are fearful for their lives at that point because someone's there with a deadly weapon. You don't want to approach them because they could have the potential to harm you. He also had a mental that plays a big thing here, but I think the grand scheme is just we're still being killed. The unrest is not stopping, even in the midst of a pandemic. There's like no type of thought or provoke things to that the smallest things provoke police officers to just shoot. And that's the crazy thing. I just think there are better means, better ways to dismantle the issues or the situations that they are put into. And again, it goes back to the job of a cop to really judge the situation for what it is.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it could have been again. This is those. It could have, should have ended like this, but ended up being another tragic, saddened hashtag that we all are going to include. And it's ever growing, and it's so saddening to hear another one of these situations happening. So any thoughts on that, Emmanuel?
To be honest, I don't really have any thoughts because I haven't I don't really know anything that happened. I didn't read the information, so I don't really know much. But I just hope may his or her soul rest in peace, and I wish the family of the child good health. And I don't know, because most of these things have been going on with police brutality and whatnot. It's very sad. It's really sad, and it's even made me a bit scared in the sense that anytime I'm driving, I tend to try to follow the speed limit so that I wouldn't get pulled over by a cop. No,
seriously.
Because I'm scared. I'm scared for my life. I'm scared. If I'm driving, I'm driving. If it says 55, I'm driving 55. I don't care if you overtake me. I'm going to get home. I don't care. But because I'm scared. I also saw this video on Twitter. The girl and the girl was white. The guy was black, and the guy was sitting in the passenger seat. She drove 45 in a 30. Is it 45 and 30?
In a 30, yeah.
And 30.
Mile limit. Yep.
And why? Tell me why the police officers are looking for the ID for the passenger seat guy. And although he didn't have it with him, but they asked him for his ID, and he didn't have his ID with him because first of all, he wasn't the one driving. Second of all, he's in the passenger seat. So why are they arresting the guy in the passenger seat? Some people are arresting the person who was driving, Yeah. So they kind of carried him away aggressively out of the car, and I'm like, what? The guy's in the passenger seat. He's not driving. The girl who was driving the car, you should be asking the girl for her ID. Isn't that how it works? So I'm guessing no place is safe. So yeah. So at this point, I'm trying to be careful. I don't know. This country is scary shit out of me.
And again, with the unrest, has sparked the looting once again in Philadelphia. So, people are reacting hastily once again to the situation. And it's a double-edged sword because it's either people that are just literally just trying to commit crime and get free things. And then there's those that are doing it because of the fact that, the police still aren't, letting up on killing, innocent, black people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I understand. Again, I'm not trying to downplay the situation at all. I understand, as police officers, you're going to defend your life and defend those, especially around the area as well. But it doesn't take 14 shots, 14, to disarm the man or at least get him to comply. You know what I'm saying? It's just insane to hear those type of staggering numbers. But what can we do? Mental health issues are a serious thing. And I guess the police officers weren't aware of that, obviously before everything went down. But again, it's so sad for the mom to witness this. He had a lot of things coming up in his life.
Yeah.
I think he had children as well. So it's just another one of those situations, guys. Just please be careful out there. Whatever you do, the pandemic, the police, traveling, just watch your back. That's all. That's the life advice I give for this. Yeah. All right. Off of more somber things and on to more happier things. We're going into the music segment of the podcast, and this is obviously one of my favorites. As it's been a month since I've last uploaded a podcast, I'm sorry for my inconsistency. We're back. A lot of music has dropped. I'm not going to talk too much about all of them because it's a lot of music, and I'm going to be flying through all of it because I've listened to most of it. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have probably listened to most of it as well. Again, we bias, we listen to hip-hop, but again, I listen to everything. So, Bryson Tiller anniversary album, great, amazing comeback. It's been a while since we've had a Bryson Tiller project, so glad to hear him back. It was pretty good. Giveon came out with a little EP called When It's All Said and Done. A lot of people love this, especially around the release date. His voice is so soothing and vibrant and really puts you in an aura of calmness and brevity. So I truly do think he's a great listen. So I 100% recommend Giveon if you haven't already heard about him. We also had 21 Savage Mode 2 come out, the sequel. Yeah, what do you think about it?
That was a good album. I like the album. 21 Savage album. I like some of his songs. Some of the songs in it. The one with the Drake, the Running. And yeah, most of the songs they had, it was pretty good. I liked it.
I definitely think this album has really great replay value. I'll say it kind of falls apart a little bit for me, like in the middle parts of it, but it has a very strong ending, intro and opening, and a strong ending. So, a lot of really, pop out songs like Running, Glock in My Lap, Mr. Right Now with Drake, and then some of my favorites because I really like the end more. No Op Left Behind, Rest in Peace Love. I really especially love that song, and Said and Done has a really nice, upbeat, synthesizer pitched ending, and it just sounds kind of like 80s 90s esque a little bit. Like it sounds old school, but at the same time it's modern. And I think Metro Boomin, again, he killed it with the production. It's just really, really grand, really. So I really truly enjoyed it, and I'm happy 21's back after his last album, because I really did enjoy his last album as well. So he's clearly proven himself as an artist. So it goes to show, even with having Morgan Freeman as well as one of the speakers on it as well, it was really nice to listen to, all the way through. And then we move on. We had a deluxe album from Wiz Khalifa, the saga of Wiz Khalifa. Not many people might have heard about this, but I really like Wiz Khalifa. He has a lot of great music, great catalog of songs, great discography. One particular song I love in here is High Today with Logic. One of my favorite songs off of this project, easily. It just gets me in my zone. You know what I'm saying? I feel great about myself, even though I don't spark. So yeah. We also have Blackpink, K-pop group, came out with the album. What's the name of the album? It's good. I like it. A lot of forgettable songs, I'm gonna lie to you, but at the same time, has some cool little features, especially the one, Ice Cream with Selena Gomez and Bet You Wanna with Cardi B. We also had new music from Joyner Lucas actually recently, this past Friday. Evolution. Actually, I haven't listened to this album yet, but want to make time to do that. This is his second album of this year, following ADHD. So we're gonna see how that is. Maybe I'm thinking this is more from the perspective of him growing up, since it's called Evolution, and also in the album cover, I think it's a picture of his son as him, like pretty much what is it? Over his face, photo edited over his face. We also had a new album. There was a lot of new albums. Oh my god, hold on. Yeah, it was a lot. Ty Dolla $ign Featuring Ty Dolla $ign is the name of the album. I find that so funny because I don't know how much hip hop you've listening to, Emmanuel, but Ty Dolla $ign gets featured in a lot of songs, so it's really funny he names it featuring Ty Dolla $ign. And I made a little corny joke on IG and Snapchat saying like, all right, Gunna need to make an album called featuring Gunna because he's always everywhere too. But yeah, this is a cool album. Great features, hence the name. But great, overall album. I think the production is pretty interesting. Him always, sexualizing things and everything as he always does. And just kind of talking about his upbringing, things he's gone through with women, with himself, really more introspective. So I liked it. We also had a new album from Beautiful, Largo, native, and he's back with Dope on a Spoon, hard hitting, guns, violence, all that type of stuff as always. Cool little features from Pee Wee Longway and Mulatto at the tail end of the project. So definitely go and check that out. Also we had Little Booty Call with 23. Cool little album. I've liked Little Booty Call, as weird as and odd as his name is, for a little while. He's a cool dude. Like his music. He, is going towards a good direction, I think. Don't think it's as yeah.
I think one of the songs I like about Little Booty Call was Do or Die. That's the only with feature Lara Banks.
Yeah. Oh, you're hip.
Yeah, that's the only one. That's the only song that I like about his album. That's the only thing that I just love about it. It's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. That song is by far the best song in there. I really like it.
I used to I just be vibing with that song.
Yeah. If you guys don't know him, he blew up off of a song from a while back. I think 2017 is when I started listening to him. Sailor Moon. Really like that song a lot still. But I don't think this beats his last album, Jesus Said Run It Back. I really enjoyed that album a lot, especially, 18K with Juicy J and Prescriptions, especially with Gold Link. Gold Link is a DC native, and I've actually met him before. Gold Link's cool. Shout out to Timmy, because Timmy's actually the reason why I met him, because he knows him. We also had a new song from TDE candidate / member Reason, New Beginnings. I actually watched the Anthony Fantano video on this, and he gave it a bad review. I can see why. Very forgettable songs. Not all of them are really hard hitting. Kind of talks about the same thing. The jargon is sort of weird sometimes. He even made a little punchline about Logic, because his name is Reason. Logic. But yeah, I like Flick It Up. I like Sauce a lot with Vince Staples. That's really good. Extinct could have been a better song. I mean, Jid does his thing. Isaiah Rashad doesn't really sound like he's in his element like I know him as. He needs to drop a project, by the way. But hey, we patient. And Heady One came out with the album Edna. Pretty interesting album. Definitely give it a listen. Heady One was on the same song with Drake. He made a song with Drake. Only You, the Only You freestyle. So definitely check him out. I like his style of drill, European, England rap, So he has that cool little accent to go off the vibe with. Comethazine also came out with Boss Key 4. Haven't listened to this either, but hopefully it's not a painful listen, because Comethazine loves to scream and stuff. And I think that's really it for the most part. Songs I've been, that have been on replay for me. I mean, oh yeah, Ariana Grande came out with her new single Positions. That was really cool. That's on top of the charts now. I think that's a good little comeback for her. I truly enjoy her music as well, and I'm looking forward to her album coming up. Really enjoy Thank You Next, the album that came out last year. That was on rotation for a little while for me. And she just has obviously an elegant, amazing voice. Her music video actually was interpolating off of the government, of her being the president essentially, and making all the rules and mandates and stuff. So it's pretty interesting. And we cannot forget about this, because I'm very happy with how it's doing right now. Tyler Herro from Jack Harlow. Now, Tyler Herro, if you guys don't know, he's a basketball player for the Miami Heat. He's 20. He's really young. He's like, 6'4", 6'5". And yeah, Jack Harlow made a song about him. I think he might be from Louisville, could be wrong. But yeah, the song goes. I really like the instrumental, but I think the best part about it is that he is benefiting off of his upcoming essentially. And by the way, Tyler Heron is from Wisconsin, so I'm wrong. But I'm happy Jack Harlow is still making a name for himself even after what's popping, because I was very severely scared that he'd end up being sort of like a one-hit wonder and then fall off. But I'm happy this is getting a lot of attention. It's on top of Rap Caviar right now. So I'm really proud of him and all of his success, because I've been listening since 2017, since Wasted Youth, and the man, just doesn't miss. So, keep it up, Jack. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all the music I want to talk about, because that's a whole bunch of music. So check it all out, guys. I'll probably leave some of them in the description if you guys didn't catch them all. All right.
That's a lot of albums.
I know, a lot of good music to listen. I'm still missing some too. That's the crazy thing. Like Benny the Butcher released his album. We had a new album from DJ Loaf, like I'm listening to right now. We had a new single from Marquis Basie. Marquis Basie is one of my favorite. Okay, if any of those things that I said, you should listen to this song, "Free Like Me" from Marquis Basie. I really enjoy it. Vibrant, amazing. He's just always in his element, and he always just makes me feel empowered to do more. So check that song. I've been listening to him for a while. Yeah, I'm done rambling about music. Moving on, we got gaming news. Very first thing we're gonna cover, because it just got, the news just broke. Cyberpunk 2077 is delayed again to December 10th. Now, a lot of people are upset because this game has been numerously, hyped, delayed, for the last maybe year or two. It's been showed at, E3, Gamescom, PAX, all these different gaming conventions, and it's just doesn't want to release, you know what I'm saying? So, and the reason is because the development of the game is reaching a super high complexity, to the point where I think the developers are trying to really make this a perfect game that's going to fit into the market, because obviously now we're slowly approaching the 8K gaming generation. So I think it's important for us to realize that the transformation is going to be a big one, and next gen consoles are coming out next month. Not even next month, now that I think about it, they're coming out in like 2 weeks now. So time is ticking, and they obviously don't have much time to make sure.
So if it's the next generation of consoles are coming out November or something, right? So when is Black Friday again?
Black Friday is usually the day after Thanksgiving, so
okay,
it'd be about maybe 2 weeks after the consoles are released. But the thing is that they're new. That's the problem. So they're new products, so there's not going to be any price reductions. And I know people are probably anticipating that in some regard, but you got to get lucky somewhere if someone's reselling and cutting a deal. But that's very unlikely. So yeah, that's going to be your closest bet to getting a discounted PS5 or Xbox Series S or X. So
those consoles are big. I saw the review today. It's
Marquez Brownlee.
Yeah, that PlayStation 4 is big. I mean 5. It's a big console.
Yeah, it is. I think it's very stylistically, it's really appealing, and I like it. It really pops out. I like the white color. I think I like the white color in the controller as well. The DualSense technology seems to be, really on par. The controller's bigger now, so I feel like it's gonna be better in your hands.
I can't jump. Okay.
They also embossed a bunch of X's, triangles, circles, and squares onto the actual console as well, which is pretty interesting. So it really shows how much Sony has dedicated time and effort into the hardware and design process for the physical attributes of the console. Yeah, so sadly Cyberpunk is getting delayed once again, sadly. Looking forward to the game, but again, they're overcoming challenges of them trying to make the game super, optimized for the day it comes out on PC, especially because PC fans are the ones mostly raving about it. And the RTX 3090 obviously just came out, so people want to run that on their Fire graphics cards. But yeah, We also have news about Among Us. So Among Us has actually been getting hacked recently. A lot of people are having games where people are. I think one particular hacker was trying to promote their YouTube channel and such. But also there's lobbies that are instigating people's personal information or being able to extract it from them being connected together. So a couple of like networking based security concerns there. That they need to work on the kinks of, but obviously it doesn't really affect people that play with their friends in private lobbies, which is the majority of what people are doing anyway. But again, just an exploit that you all should be wary of in case you play this game frequently. And by the way, this game has completely taken over Fall Guys, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In the sense that one, you can play with multiple people, more than 4 people. As opposed to Fall Guys, and yeah, it's just much funner. It has better replay value. Fall Guys just gets frustrating, while Among Us is just I can't wait to get imposter and kill people. So I like that randomized system it is, and just how strategic you have to be. Also, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War beta came out last week. Played a little bit of that. Didn't get too much gameplay. Probably save that for when the game actually does come out. But my expectations for this are kind of low. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I'm really psyched for, the look and feel of the game doesn't feel that tactical to me. It doesn't feel that clicky. I don't know. I kind of prefer the way Modern Warfare plays. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it feels like my bullets aren't really going nowhere. I just feel like it doesn't really run as unique or as great of a game as I thought it would. But I'm still gonna get it because it's Call of Duty and I like the Call of Duty series and I've had for a while. But my biggest expectation, biggest excitement out of the game is zombies and possibly the campaign, because you got Commander Woods from Black Ops 1 coming back into it. So nice to see some old faces from some of the old campaigns that I used to play years ago, because hey, I was playing Call of Duty when I was 12. But I remember when my when I was like maybe 11 and my uncle was like, hey, let me get you an early Christmas present, and he went to get me Modern Warfare 2 like in 2009 or either 2009 or 2010. So it was just, it takes me back to the days I was young, reckless, rambunctious, and defied the rules of GameStop. Because they are like, oh, you need to show your ID if you're 17 years or older. Nobody followed that rule. Okay. That's why there's so many squeakers. But yeah, that's most of my gaming news. I mean, we've been Apex Legends. Apex Legends is coming out with Season 7 on November. When is the Season 7 update?
Isn't it gonna be next week?
Next week, yeah, something like that. I'm looking it up now. But anyway, the new champ or new legend that we have is Horizon, and she's Mastery of Gravity, and with that we're also getting a new map, which is really exciting because it's been a while. We've been playing on Kings Canyon and the other map, I forget the name, for a while. So it's nice to have that new change. I think Call of Duty did a really bad job in the sense that we've been playing on Verdansk since the game came out, and there's been no change besides the update for Halloween, actually. But yeah, this is exciting. Happy to hear about this. And hopefully, Horizon and the new map Olympus are pretty cool to fly into and play in, pretty much.
November 4th.
November 4th. So the day after the election, we'll be playing that. So that's good, because definitely election day I was not going to play the games anyway. Animal Crossing also has a Halloween update as well. Been playing a little bit of that. Haven't been playing that too often. It's gotten a little boring and stale, but hey, it's still there. And Super Smash Bros as well. I don't know if you play Super Smash Bros, but Steve from Minecraft, that the basic default skin that you'd get in Minecraft? Yeah, so Steve is now a character in Smash, which is hilarious. So like his abilities, up moves, recovery. Like everything is just so interesting, unique. But yeah, it has a lot of Minecraft-esque elements that are kind of concatenated into who he is in the game. And some people are deeming him as like one of the most OP characters right now because there's a lot of combo potential and things that you do. Like you actually craft, like you're building, you're digging for gold and diamonds. It's weird.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten them yet because I haven't been playing Smash recently, so I just don't see the value in buying it. But I may do that eventually. That is it. I think that's everything I want to cover today in terms of the game. You have anything else?
To be honest, no.
Alright.
Games that I play.
Oh, Genshin. We've been playing Genshin. I forgot about
Genshin
that.
Impact? Yeah, I just leveled up to level 15 now, so I just have one more, and I'm level 16 to get
Lit. Yeah, I hit 12 last night, so
yeah.
we can definitely. I think tomorrow we should grind it a little bit, and then we should be good to go to play online together finally.
Yeah, I've been grinding that game. I've been enjoying. Even though I've been enjoying it, like low key. I've been enjoying it. I see why what the developers or the people in charge of the game were trying to do. They wanted people to first dive into the game, explore the world, and enjoy it. See if you love this game. Understand the combat system, how to use most of the systems, like looting system, upgrading your character system, dungeon system, fighting different creature system, all those systems in the game before you start like embarking into co-op with your friends, so you will be like, oh, I don't know what to do, teach me, So it's really nice. It's actually a nice system, but most people don't have that long attention span to stay in one story mode game and just be grinding.
Yeah.
So
it has
the action.
It has over 100 hours of replayability, so it's a lot to do, definitely. But again, really exciting, for the game, and I enjoy it a lot. I like the storyline. It does get a little drawn out with all the spirits and superficial things that it talks about. That we just kind of skip the dialogue and get to the fighting, but combat system is cool. I like the characters. I'm still getting used to abilities, upgrading things, and all that. So I honestly
by drowning.
yeah, bro, I had no idea. So what is that? The meter called the stamina bar that they have. Everything relies on that. You're dashing. You're you're floating down or gliding on your wings. Everything. So it's really important for combat. And I was swimming in an ocean. I was thinking, I should have a limited swim in this game, right? So swim and just ended up drowning. I was like, huh? Like, what happened? It was weird. It was really odd.
Wasted.
Yeah, GTA wasted. Moving on to
GTA. GTA, when are they gonna bring GTA 6? Or I didn't know there's no news about it. I don't understand.
I mean, Rockstar does this every time. I feel like I remember people were like, "Where's GTA 5? Oh my god!" Blah 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 for like so many years, and it eventually came. I'm pretty sure they're working on their Rockstar games. They just build in anticipation and hype for it as always. And honestly, GTA 5, I'm not gonna lie, it's been out for a while now, like since 2013. So I never really even played the game like that, to be honest with you. I watched a lot of gameplay, but I wasn't too interested. But at the same time, where it at though? So
literally,
see what happens. Moving forward to TV shows, movies, anime, things that we're watching at this moment. Anything particular comes out to you?
No, really. I've been really busy with work. I haven't really been watching animes, but there is one anime that I saw on Crunchyroll. It's something jutsu something, but I don't know. One of my friends.
Oh! I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's something jutsu. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's new. Yep.
It's new. Yeah, it's new. People are hyping it.
It was a manga. It used to be a manga previously, and then now it's finally becoming an anime. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Josu Kenshi. That's the name.
I'm double checking.
Just to double check.
I forgot the name, but yeah, that new anime is out. Definitely want to check it out. I want to start Fire Force. I actually have tabs open for that Fire Force. I need to catch from out of high school still.
Tower of God is too good. Tower of God is too good.
Tower of God. Yeah, you were talking about that too. Yeah. So a lot of things on the horizon here in terms of anime. Been watching The 100 with my girlfriend. What else? I have been I just watched. I think I watched a movie. I don't remember what movie it was, but I also want to watch this one anime movie called A Silent Voice. I think. Sounds really. It seems really interesting. I don't know if you ever watched the anime Your Name or watched the movie anime Your Name, but yeah. Definitely one of like the biggest staples that you want to watch in terms of anime. It's super good. Yeah, I don't even want to ruin it for you, but it's super good.
Okay.
I think it's on. I don't know if it's on Netflix, but I know Silent Voice is on Netflix. That's why I wanted to watch it real bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of as well, Code Lyoko, and Code Lyoko is now on Netflix. Okay,
Netflix, yeah.
I don't know if y'all ain't hip, but Code Lyoko is like one of the best. It's not even classified as an anime, but like one of the best like cartoons, animated, shows I ever watched.
I like the theme song.
Yeah, I love. Oh my gosh. To save all that we love, if we get what we got, we gon' make it. Like, girl, that joint is fire. I remember when I was young and on YouTube and everything, and even Vivo. I don't know if you guys remember that. Or no, not Vivo. I think it's Vimeo. Something like that. One of the Vivo, I think. It was like another platform to watch videos. I would upload anime to those channels. I'd upload anime to my YouTube channel. That's the reason why my channels got taken down back in the day, because I was uploading all that stuff, all that copyrighted material. But like, it's definitely one of my favorite shows, and I think I need to spend some time binging that because I love that show to death.
Yeah.
I remember I was hoping they'd make a season 5 so badly, and honestly, it was kind of hard to find the episodes, and that was one of the reasons why I was uploading them illegally. So, but yeah, that was when I was like 10, 11, 12. So
yeah,
but yeah. Thank you guys for listening. If you've gotten this far, please leave a rating on the podcast and Apple Podcasts of 5 stars. Let me know what you guys think about each week, every podcast. Again, this is season 2 now, so welcome. The cover art should be changed if it's not already. Yeah, so hopefully you guys are still enjoying and sticking around with us. And hey, since we're not that big, I'm just actually going to open this up. If anybody would like to be a guest on this podcast, shoot me a DM, zachandbro, everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, whatever. And let me know if you're interested. And also that goes to sponsors as well, any sponsors like HelloFresh or Postmates or Uber, anybody willing to sponsor this podcast, that'd be amazing. So it does take a little bit of work to make these, so it's an honor to do that and give it back to the community. So I hope everybody enjoyed listening to us talk about all these important topics, and we'll catch you guys next week. This is Kevin from the future speaking really quickly that I do stream on Twitch, so if I'm not on YouTube, if a podcast doesn't come out on a Wednesday, you will find me streaming on Twitch. So if you guys enjoy Genshin Impact, Call of Duty Warzone, Apex Legends, Among Us, any of those games, I'm usually streaming over there. So do check me out, follow me. I'm trying to get my affiliate status back on there. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. If you don't find content here, there's definitely content there. And the Wonder Wednesday podcast, season 2. Peace and hair grease.
Down one! Yeah! Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Yes, sir, bro. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, bro. Oh my god. That was tough, bro. Oh my god. This was a great evening. This was a great evening. That's how you do it, bro. zachandbro and Slaying One, T1 Cap. That's good, bro. Easy dubs. Let's go.
Sometimes life gets crazy. Some days I don't know up from down.
That was a good game. Oh, that was
Life gets
such a
so
great